Day 2, yeah, I better get the date on this one.
Right up on top.
It says March 30th, is that correct?
Yes.
Well, because it's not layered, it's all one length, so it only curls.
Well, was I wrong or was I right?
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, both. I don't know how she wears her hair. I always see her with curly hair.
People stop us on the street when we walk down the street together.
Cover your
and ask
head.
us if we're twins.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so at one time, yeah.
Did you tell her that your twins looks nothing like her?
This is the white, this is the white kosher.
I appreciate
I
that.
didn't know the rest.
The same hair.
That's the white kosher, so pour some of that. For grandma, okay?
People stop us on the street and
Alright.
ask us if we're sisters or twins. This one lady. Oh, people ask us if
That's
we're
white
sisters all the
kosher
time.
wine, all right? Okay,
I
I'm
don't
pouring
know.
red for everybody else.
When Grandma says white, she means white. This isn't white.
Well, then put it in my place and I'll get her some of the other stuff.
like
Let me
somebody's
finish.
restaurant.
No, I want to okay, you guys want to try the white or you want the red? I'm gonna taste
I want the
this.
manischewitz.
Me
Okay.
too.
That one, the regular old stuff here, yeah. What does Donald call it?
Manischewitz.
Manischewitz, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Most people say Manischewitz.
Oh, well, look, that goes back a long time.
Richard, are you having this or the white? The white is cat and white, so I don't.
Well, I'll have a little Manischewitz.
Start with this.
My father got
Made in
some
Italy.
The mother brought us each a plate.
Yeah, oh
I
boy.
remember.
But
That's-
not for the Seder, it was like the
Oh,
pre.
yeah, you can't be, you're pouring all this wine, it has to be this.
And Rabbi Jose has joined us tonight.
The pre-dinner.
Yo, Rabbi Jose. Yo. Rabbi Manuel.
However,
Rabbi Manuel, what's up, man?
I think,
Man, where you park your Dendale, man?
think perhaps if you,
And Marty, you don't like it.
you should
I
have,
did, man. I got this year, I got a lowrider Saab, man.
When they say like we never drink.
you should
I
have,
got those
should
mirrors
have
that
perhaps
stick up.
put off shaving for one more day, you know.
I got some wire wheels. I got that sticker. The little license plate frame where the lights go like that.
The little doggy in the window.
No, that's all the time, man.
You know,
Oh, we're going to have a real act tonight, I can see that.
Oh, joy.
I'm getting her the other white which
Oh,
she prefers. Okay?
Why only bitter herbs? On all other nights we do not dip our herbs even once. On this night, why do we dip them twice? On all other nights we eat our meals in any manner. On this night, why do we sit around the table together in a reclining position?
Because we're stoned, I guess.
Okay, James?
Is someone going to sing this?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can sing it.
Well,
You can sing.
Short, abbreviated chanting version.
How about if I just read it?
You can do that.
Manis shana halayla hazeh mikol halaylot. Shebachol halaylot anu ochlim hametz umatzah. Halayla hazeh kulo matzah. Shebachol halaylot anu ochlim shar yirakot. Halayla hazeh maror. Shebachol halaylot in anu matzrin afilu pa'am echad. Halayla hazeh shetei pa'amim. Shebachol halaylot Anu ochlin vein yoshvin uvein nisubin halayla hazeh kulo nisubin.
That's it?
There are only four.
Hazaka uvizruya natuya ve'ila loy haitzi HaKadosh Baruch Hu es avosenu Mitzrayim hare anu uvonenu uvnei vonenu meshubadim hayinu lefara b'Mitzrayim va'afilu kulanu chachamim kulanu nevoinim kulanu zkenim kulanu yodim es haTorah mitzvah aleinu l'sefer b'tzias Mitzrayim v'chol hamaba l'saper b'tzias Mitzrayim hareza meshubach.
Take it away, dude. We were slaves of Pharaoh in Egypt, and the eternal our God brought us out from there with a strong hand and an outstretched arm. Now, if God had not brought out our forefathers from Egypt, then even we, our children, and our children's children might still have been enslaved to Pharaoh in Egypt. Therefore, even were we all wise, all men of understanding, even if we were all well learned in the Torah, then still we are due.
And numerous, as
Yeah,
it is
but they were-
said. I have
but-
increased you as the growth of the field, and you
Were
have
they
become
Jewish women
numerous
that they
and
brought
grown
down
big
with
and
them?
reached to excellence and beauty. You are fully grown, yet you remain naked
Guys
and
getting
bare.
in trouble here.
and
It's
bare,
alright.
naked and bare.
And the
Ooh, just like
Egyptians
Nikki.
did evil unto us, they made us suffer. They set upon us hard work, and the Egyptians did evil unto us, as it is said in the Bible. Come, let us deal craftily with them, lest lest they increase yet more. And it
Aha.
may be that when
They
war
put
occurs,
something
they
in the
will be
water
added to our
to
enemies
do
and fight
something to the
against
Jewish
us
women.
and go up out of the land. And they made us suffer, as the Bible relates. So the Egyptians set taskmasters over them in order to oppress them with their burdens, and they built Pithom and Ramses as store cities for Pharaoh.
That was that Yul Brynner who did that.
Right. And they set Charles
No, he
Weston.
built-
And they set upon us hard
guys.
work, as the Bible states, and Egypt made the children of Israel labor rigorously. So we cried unto the Eternal, the God of our fathers, and the Eternal heard our voice, and he saw our affliction and our burden and our oppression. So we cried unto the Eternal, the God of our fathers, as the Bible recounts. And it came to pass in the course of those many days that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel moaned because of their servitude, and cried out, and their outcry from their servitude came up unto God. And the Eternal heard our voice, as the Bible tells. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac,
And he saw our affliction. This phrase suggests the enforced separation of husband and wife under Pharaoh's persecution, as it is written. And God saw the children of Israel, and God understood their plight. And our burden, this recalls the drowning of the male children. As it is said, every son that is born you shall cast into the Nile, and every daughter you may keep alive. And our oppression, this refers to crushing our lives, as the Bible said. I have seen the oppression with which the Egyptians are oppressing them. And the Eternal brought us forth from Egypt, with a strong hand, and with an outstretched arm, and with great terror, and with signs and wonders. And the Eternal brought us forth from Egypt, not by a ministering angel, not by a fiery angel, not by a messenger, but by himself, and his glory to the Holy One. Blessed be he, as the Bible records. And I will pass through the land of Egypt on that night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from man to beast. And against all gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. It is I, the Eternal. And I will pass through the land of Egypt. I am not a ministering angel, and I will smite the firstborn in the land of Egypt. I am not a fiery angel. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am not a messenger, I, the Eternal, and I no other. With a strong hand, this refers to the cattle plague. They figured that out. As it is said in the Bible, behold, the land of the Eternal will be against the cattle that is in the field, against the horses, the donkeys, the camels, the oxen, the sheep, in a very grievous
A
way.
most grievous plague, dude.
Most grievous plague.
Most grievous, most heinous.
Okay, somebody else?
Start with the preface again.
Rabbi Jose the Galilean said,
Hey man, how can one show that the following 10 plagues in Egypt itself the Egyptians were smitten with 50 plagues at the Red Sea, man? But one of the plagues in Egypt, it is said, the soothsayer said to Pharaoh, the plague is in the finger of God. Well, at the Red Sea, it is said, and Israel saw the strong hand which the Eternal had showed against Egypt, and the people revered the Eternal and believed in the Eternal and his servant Moses. Now, if one finger of God in Egypt caused the 10 plagues, we may assume from this that the whole hand of God at the Red Sea would cause 50 plagues.
Yeah.
Right, man?
Right.
Rabbi Eliezer said, sorry, Spicko. How can one show that every plague which the Holy One, blessed be he, brought in Egypt upon the Egyptians was fourfold in character? For it is said, he sent against the Egyptians in his burning anger, wrath, indignation, trouble, and the messengers of evil. It is said to be interpreted that each plague descended with wrath, 1, indignation, 2, trouble, and the sending of the messengers of evil.
4.
If then the Egyptians in Egypt were stricken with 10 fourfold plagues, making 40,
40.
then the early interpretation at the Red Sea, they suffered 200.
Okay.
Okay.
Rabbi
Here we go.
Akiva.
How thankful.
Rabbi Akiva said in similar fashion, you can show that every plague was...
What about the traditional arranging of cookies on the plate?
That's right, yes, you should do that.
Now we have the traditional cutting of the pineapple.
It went down and didn't go back up. I saw him throw this over. Well, anyway, in any event, he sat there for 3 minutes waiting for the game
that thing beat?
That's the microwave.
Yes.
Your hearing aid is the microwave.
I know.
Okay.
And me and her kids. A grapefruit nut.
Yes, I
Scary. Okay, you may take it inside.
Thank you.
Eventually, yeah. How pretty.
Well, that's why there's like the exact change, is that there's no dye there.
This is no good.
Oh, don't.
Oh yeah, now it's much better that you dropped it on the carpet.
That's your
Yeah.
sickness tonight.
Feels like a stuffed mushroom.
Not a stuffed mushroom.
I guess we're almost out of film
Still
here.
barf bags.
But I don't want to hear it if it's a barf bag still.
Why not? Why don't you want to hear a barf bag story?
Because we're still eating.
Now that you've sampled the
That's
bouquet.
Yeah, you gonna pass
Pass to the rest of us,
Is
Jen?
it ripe enough?
No.
Is it ripe enough?
Grandpa,
I had to
do you want
test it.
decaf or regular?
What?
Decaf or
Doesn't
regular?
matter.
He never gives
Surprise
you
me.
that. He never says
See if he sits up all night or not.
To all the crowded Schwarzers that attacked the Holy One, blessed be he, who slew the judge that
No,
The Holy
That's
One,
a
blessed be
sad
he, his name
story.
Al Sharpton, wasn't it?
then came Al Sharpton, who appealed to the Holy One, blessed be he, because the judge he slew the judge who admonished the lawyer who sued the cop who shot the Schwarzer.
Where's the go-to?
One piece inside. Yeah.
I guess the battery's running down.
So,
I think it's the tape is running out.
Oh, the tape, oh, that's the tape is running out. Okay.
That's enough. We got an hour's worth of tape for
Oh,
tonight.
goody, okay, we can watch it. Oh, what fun. This is just a wind-up and a fade-out.
You know what? It's a lot easier.
And I don't remember how to date stamp it. But, okay. That's everybody. Sign off.
M-I-C. See you next year.
In Jerusalem.